Hi guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So for my last video on BTS current relationship status, there were a few questions on like their soulmates, and I thought that would be an interesting topic to do readings on. But before we get into the readings, I just want to make it clear that personally I think that we can have multiple soulmates. It doesn't have to be like just one person. It can be like many people who come at the different times. Say you can have a soulmate now and then like after, because to me the soulmate connections doesn't mean that it gonna last the lifetime. Everything has its expiry date, if I can say that. So I personally believe that you don't necessarily have just one soulmate. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna go with these readings. I'm just gonna draw however I feel like it, and we're just gonna see what's gonna come up. So basically, I just want to have a look into BTS soulmate connections to see if they've already met their soulmate, or if their soulmates are coming to them. What other connections or energies exchanges between them, and hopefully we can see into like a little bit of details of how their soulmates are, like their personalities, or like a little bit of details, not too much, but a little bit of revealing about their soulmates. Yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with Namjoon. As I said, I don't know how this reading is gonna be. Hopefully we get as much detail as we can on his soulmate. Also, if you watched my previous video on BTS current relationship, I strongly believe that Namjoon is currently in the connections with his soulmate at the moment. Like, it's not really well established yet, but like they are within the radiant of each other, and like they can feel each other. They have a little bit of interaction, but it hasn't been established yet. And we are gonna see if that's gonna be confirmed in this reading. Sorry. Queen of Pentacles, yes. Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, right? Then we're in Rama. I lean on the faith of the universe. Peace becomes real. A new start is coming. This is great. The Hangman, the Chariot. Then we have rest and relaxations is essential. Right, so right off the bat, like the first card I picked up was Queen of Pentacles, and I can confirm that. Like what I got from the previous reading is kind of like in alignment with this reading as well. So if you watch my previous reading, Namjoon's current relationship is represented by the Emperor and the Empress, and his soulmate energy is that of an Empress, and that is very similar to the Queen of Pentacles right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, so the Queen of Pentacles it has a very similar energy to the Empress. So yes, the person that Namjoon is currently dealing with is potentially his soulmate. But as I said, their relationship is not established yet. Like they are not officially dating. They still like tiptoeing around each other, and that shows in this Five of Pentacles and the Hangman. So I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, both of them have a lot of burdens and things that, like responsibilities that they they put up on themselves and other like are expected of them. So it's not easy for them to just go for this relationship, like just dive into this. They have a lot of things to consider, a lot of things at stake. That's why like they here now at the Hanged Man. But the passions like this, definitely like this Page of Wands gave me a really like passionate connections, like really strong feeling, like they are pulled towards each other, and like something that is really hard to resist. It's very like, it's like a burning urge. I don't know how to say it, but it's very strong and it's like something you cannot fight against. Also like the also the soulmate connections showed really strong with this card. I think is say, where are you being called to journey to? I feel like in these situations it's safe to say that both of them feel like the other one is the true one. It's like it's the true love that they're feeling here. It's like not like true love, too early to say that at this stage, but I feel like they both feel this magnetic, energetic, like attraction between the both of them, and they feel it, they know it, like deep down they know that somehow at some point they're gonna have to get together, because it's kind of impossible to separate these two. With the Emperor, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, Imrama, it's, I wouldn't say it would be an intense relationship. It's gonna be a real, once it is established, it's gonna be really like super grounded and super like stable. It's something that you can something that they can totally lean on, and like they can count on each other, and they are always gonna be there for each other and like very supportive. But yeah, at the moment, like with this Five of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, they gotta deal with a lot of other things. They gotta like clear them up, like clear up their own problems before they can get together and like become one. But I can see like with the a new start is coming, and the Chariot, and also like Page of Wands, it's coming soon. Like they're gonna resolve whatever problems they have between them like quite soon. They like being pulled to each other. There's definitely gonna be an event or something that quite, not like unexpected, but quite out of control. It's something that that trigger them, like a turning point, that trigger them to like press the pedal on this car and like just charge for it, just go for it, dive into this relationship, just get out of this Hanged Man situation. New start is coming, and I think we are still, I think we're still in the phase of the new moon phase at the moment. So that might happen. That might be happening right now. But yeah, definitely within the spans of I think 3 months maximum, they're gonna have to come to deal with this problem right here to get together, I think. So we also have this, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So I think it's like an advice for both of them to not to worry too much about the responsibilities, all the ups and downs that comes with fame. Obviously, Namjoon is living in such a high ride, and it's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and he always thinks too much. I feel like with this card, it just advises him to breathe and let loose a little bit, and also with this, rest and relaxation is essential as well. Like, of course, he's a leader, and he has such a big dream and big has ambitions of what he wants to accomplish with his music and with his group, but it's very important to take care of his personal life as well, like his mental health, his love life, like his human connections. It's very important. It's very important to like tune into with his intuition and with how he's feeling inside. So maybe like with this time of idol that there's not too much going on, is maybe it's a time to like just sit down, relax, and I don't know, try to solve this, because I think maybe they haven't been able to establish these connections because they thought it would bring on more bad things than good things, considering Namjoon's career and stuff like that, and so things going on around it. But I think with this, this is such like a beautiful connections. It's a really strong, and like his soulmate is someone who's really loving and protective and very supportive as well. Someone who understands him, someone who would understand him more than anyone else would, and very gentle, very loving, very like discreet as well. So once they be able to get into this connection and be careful about it, it's just gonna bring in good stuff. It's gonna raise the energy of both of them. They're gonna become better together. That's also what I saw with the Emperor and the Empress in the previous reading as well. So yeah, when I look into this Queen of Pentacles, this is actually like the ones that represent his soulmate. It doesn't necessarily be a woman, but someone who has very feminine energy, like someone who's very caring, loving, and gentle. Someone who is like always try to protect what is theirs, like someone who likes to nurture stuff, protect the weak, like protect the disadvantages. Someone is very great, like someone just like to give. That's definitely tunes in with Namjoon's energy as well. So yeah, I think it's gonna be such a beautiful connections as long as they get out of this hangman phase, and the Five of Pentacles, like the responsibilities and burdens that they put upon themselves. So they will be able to, like, it will be such a beautiful thing to happen. Yeah, and I think that's all I have for Namjoon's soulmate. I do really hope that this connection is gonna be created, like it's gonna be established, because it's so beautiful and the energy is great. Alright guys, now we have the readings for Jin's soulmate. So I'm gonna have a look at the cards, what they say. Nine of Chalices, the Moon, that's great. Queen of Pentacles, no way. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, okay. Adjustments are required. The only things that is real is love. The moment I realign with love, clear reaction is represent to me. And Sisterhood of the Rose. Right, okay. These are actually really beautiful cards, but the energies are kind of like mixed. Also funny things, we also have the Queen of Pentacles as we have with Namjoon's reading. That's funny. Let me think. I think for now, the high possibility is that Jin has already met his soulmate. Like, they are around each other. But somehow, with the Nine of Chalices and Ten of Pentacles, to me, it's like Jin is currently happy with his, or with their current situation. Like, he's okay at this point. Like, he feel great at this point. Like, I don't know if they are friends or if they are in in a situationship, if they have any like mutual agreement between them in terms of how this relationship is gonna go, but it's definitely not like not officially together. Like, they're not officially together. They're not calling each other partners or lovers, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. But currently, like, Jin is happy with it. Jin is happy with the current situation. Like, feels like he has to him. He feels like he has accomplished whatever everything he's ever wanted. Like, this Knight of Chalice is like a wishes come true. So after a long journey, this man just sitting on the bench, resting and like admiring the view in front of him. So he's very content at the moment, very fulfilled. Also with the Ten of Pentacles, I felt like they give each other the sense of family. Like, they take care of each other, a sense of home. Like someone you can come and cry to and be silly with, and it's a really comfortable connections at the moment. But it is not officially dating. Yeah, that's what I feel about this. Also, that's also the energy of the moon. The moon is something. Sometimes it can talks about fear of the unknown. It's like everything is dark, and if everything under the moonlight might not be exactly what it is. Like, it might be just an illusion. So maybe to Jin and to his soulmate, the current situation, the current connections is too good to be true, and they are afraid if they want to move up another step, like if they want to push it further, it's gonna change. It's gonna be something else, and it's not gonna be as comfortable as it is right now anymore, and that's what it scares them. Like, that's the energy with the moon. And also funny, Jin's solo song is Moon, so I don't know about this coincidence, so to say. But yeah, that is. I feel like this is something. Although this reading is about Jin's soulmate, but I feel like the moon energy is more onto Jin. Like, he doesn't want to break this beautiful and stable and comfortable stage of Ten of Pentacles and Nine of Chalices at the moment. He doesn't want to call it official. You know, sometimes if we are too comfortable in the connections, we don't want to make it, like, we don't want to put a label on it, because once you start calling it something, it might change. That is the mindset that would scare some people. But yeah, they definitely put a lot of a lot of effort, a lot of thoughts, and they invest into these connections. This connection is beautiful. His soulmate is going to be someone who's very accomplished as well, who's very successful. someone who's very like gentle, caring, sensitive, someone who knows, who would knows how Jin's feel without even without him even have to say it. They're really comfortable with each other, and I feel like because since we have this Knight of Chalices and Ten of Pentacles, I feel like they've been beside each other for quite a while now, for like a few years or maybe even more than that. It has a story, like the connection has a story, and to this point, to Jin or to them, it feels like it's almost reached to the point of fulfillment, but it's not officially labeled as anything. Yeah. Also with these Two of Swords, I feel like it goes really well with the Moon. Not like goes really well, but it speaks the same thing as the Moon. Like this options, the things that the choices that they have to make. Both of them, like Jin's soulmate in him, they have choices and options and decisions to make. But at this point, they just sit and look at the options, like whether to leave this relationship as it is right now and just like keep it like that forever, try to maintain it, or to upgrade it to another level and to be open to new possibility. I mean, with someone like Jin, I know he's very discreet about his personal life, but he's too famous at this point to have an intimate relationship without risking the privacy or like a lot of things that come with it, and risking his partner's life, like a normal life. So definitely there's a lot of things to consider. But yes, we have this card. The only thing that is real is love. So definitely there is strong feelings. There's love between these two. Yeah, adjustments are required together. These Two of Swords, they can't sit here forever. They can't sit the Ten of Pentacles forever, because 10 is like the maximum, like it's the end of the road. You have to go, you have to like take another step. Definitely. And we also have, sorry, oh, what am I doing? The moment I realign with love, clear directions is represent to me. So I feel like this is also like an advice for them to, because the love is real. There's love between them, and that is rare in today's relationship, and that is like really something that's really hard to find. You have to treasure it. So maybe I hope that they can see that, and they can like tune into just appreciate these connections, and I don't know, do what the hearts tell them to do, I guess. With the sisterhood of the rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, I can never say this word, mystic and teacher. I feel like he's, this is all about Jin's soulmate, someone who is like a teacher figure, so someone who leads the way, and someone who teaches a lot of people things about life. Like, it's not normal knowledge teaching like in school, like a teacher in school, or like professor in universities. It's like a life teacher, like someone who teaches people about life and how do they go and live their life to a higher purposes. Someone who's very intuitive, very wise, like really wise, beautiful and devoted. That's a giver. So I feel like this person is gonna take really good care of Jin if he lets them to. Because I feel like the problem probably is with Jin right now, because if you watch my previous reading, he's currently comfortable with this current stage. He doesn't want to break it. He doesn't want to take it to another step. His being here is being in the Knight of Chalices, and I feel like he's kind of scared to step into the unknown, but he has to remember that love is there and love is gonna guide the way all the time. Just trust love, trust his heart, and trust his soulmate, because this is such a beautiful connections, and I really, really, really hope that they can work it out. I know in my previous reading I couldn't pick this. I couldn't pick it up. Like the energy of his soulmate with the previous reading is not as prominent, but with this reading it's definitely sure. So yeah, I think that's all I have for Jean. Let's move on. So I just went over the video I recorded for the reading for Jean's soulmate, and I realized that I talked about Jean most of the time. I didn't pick up the fact that I was talking about Jean throughout the reading. And so now when I watched it again, I was like, why was I talking about Jean all the time? But I think the only explanation for this is that because they are soulmates, so the bonds, the connection between them are pretty strong, and they will share the same level of vibrations and energy. That's why it's easy to pick up other energy when we do readings on one person. So because the reading was on Jean's partner or on Jean's soulmate, but I picked up his energy because they share the same frequencies, and also I think because in this relationship Jean is the one who has the power to decide where this relationship is going, what is the direction of this relationship. That power lies in Jean's hands. He is the one who could make or break this relationship. His soulmate is completely head over heels for him, and completely look at him for directions and decisions, and they would go with whatever solution Jean would put up. They would go whichever way Jean wants to go. And also when I look at it again, the Nine of Chalices and Ten of Pentacles also tell me that Jean's soulmate is someone who's very successful, very wise, and also they kind of dream about a little house and children with Jean, like a really stable, family-oriented future. They see that with Jean, they want to have a family with Jean. But as I say, they are not the one in control in this relationship. So Jean is I don't know the word for it, but it's the one who basically make or break this relationship. He is the one who make every decision, and he is the one to make the call for this relationship. Yeah, but definitely between them, they know, they can feel it, they sense it, the connection, the soul bond between them, they can feel it, they know it. But for some reason, as I said, it's not acknowledged, or it's not official, it hasn't been brought to the surface. It's still something that is it's there. It's the elephant in the room. It's there. Everyone knows it's there, but nobody wants to address it. Yeah, I think that's just what I want to add for this reading, which is I feel like this never happened before, but I guess just because this is a soulmate reading, so yeah, that's the only explanation for it. Alright guys, so now we have the readings for Unique Sugar's soulmate. I've already drew the cards, so we're just gonna have a look what they have here. So we'll start with the Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Then we have Nine of Chalices. Then we have Romance, very nice. And we have Boundaries. Okay. New Moon Eclipse, right? Then we have Conclusions are within reach. Okay. Then finally we have Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is in the highest good. That, right. Okay. So again, we have the Two of Swords. Why are my cards repeating today? It's so weird. No, it's just this. I think the energies are in alignment for the members today. Okay, I think let's start with this Six of Wands and boundary. Normally, the Six of Wands is it indicating travels and someone's from abroad. So potentially his soulmate can be a foreigner or like a Korean American, because they are very like those are the trend in the music industry now. I feel like yeah, someone who is from abroad potentially, or someone who has a very different standpoint and background to Yoongi's. Doesn't necessarily be someone who's not Korean, but maybe someone who's come from like totally opposite background, like what Yoongi of Yoongi's. Also, let me see. This Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person, Yoongi's soulmate, Sugar's soulmate is someone who's very someone who like brings joy and brings like a lot of laughter, and I don't know, it's like they open a new door for Yoongi. Yeah, it's feel like they opening up a new world for him. Like they showed him what it is like to have fun, I guess. Or it's like it showed them. It showed him that life has so much more to offer than making music, and than staying within the walls of his studio. That there's so much happening out there, and it's okay to have fun. That's what I feel like. Like they would be someone who laughs a lot, and someone who's had a really bright energy, someone who's very really positive, and someone who's it's like a little puppy. Like they jumping like not jumping around, but like they always light on their feet, and oh, it's just give me tingling. Just like a little puppy. It's very positive, very bright energy. It's very fun to be around this person. And oh, that's what I said. They might be like the total opposite personality or characteristic as Yoongi's, and that's like a really interesting dynamic. I feel like I can pick that up from this Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords as well. Although this is both about Two of Swords is about options, decisions to make, and Two of Pentacles is about balancing things. So I feel possibly with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like Yoongi's soulmate is possibly someone who works in the industry as well, like someone who has the same kind of career, because like Pentacles is all about it's about career and like financial situation. So I feel like they probably in the music industry. Someone who knows their craft, someone who knows what they're doing, like really good, really good with their career. Like they make their own career, like Yoongi's. They build their own careers, and with this Two of Pentacles, they possibly have like two directions in their career, and they both good at both of it. They could be singing and acting at the same time, or they could be producing and singing at the same time, or they can be, I don't know, having a business and being a celebrity at the same time. But they're doing two things at once, and they're good at both. They are able to balance both of it. That's great. And that is some things that I think that trait, that quality of them also appeals to Yoongi. Like, because for Yoongi, music is the only thing. Music is like the ultimate, the only thing that's that exists in this world. Before this person came into his life, and this person came and like opened the door to him, like, hey, look out there, there's so much more going on than things that are going on your computer and like in your studio. This person brings in a lot of like joy and possibly like future vision for Yoongi as well. Someone's like opening up a new door, opening up a new world for him. So like with this Knight of Pentacles as well, as I said, it's a wishes come true card. So, and also we also have this romance. So I feel like these soulmate connections, with Yoongi is gonna be the connections that changing. Yeah, it's gonna like he'll be able to learn to enjoy life more, and to I don't know, to be romantic, I guess. To be able like to show more of his emotions and his feelings without having to like conceal it with a cold face like he used to do. I feel like, yeah, this soulmate connection is gonna change Yoongi. This Two of Swords. I feel like with this Two of Swords, there's something that is unclear at the moment about this soulmate connection. Maybe the intention is not set. How do I say? Like they might have like a little bit of difficulties at first when they started. Like they don't know, they would not know the intention of the other person, and they will have to be like dances around for a little while before they can get it through. Like they can get the mutual feelings across to the other person. Yeah, as I say, expect powerful change. This person is gonna change Yoongi a lot, and that is awesome. Like I think this change is gonna reflect in his music as well. With these conclusions within reach, because I was wondering if I have any hint about whether they've met or not, or whether Yoongi have met his soulmate or not. Conclusion are within reach. I felt like they might have already met each other, like but yeah, they haven't been able to like get the feeling across, and like maybe one has already expressed the feeling for the others, but the mutual are not are not like admitted yet. So, but it's soon be, and it's gonna be a powerful change for both of them. With this boundaries card, where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like it doesn't have to do with these questions right here. But as I say, this person is gonna change him. It's gonna expand Yoongi's boundary. So I feel like, to me, from the readings that I did for him, for Yoongi, and also from the way that I observe him, he has a lot of walls around himself. He set boundaries for people to get into his life. Like he doesn't let people to fully get into his life. He set certain boundaries for certain people, and I feel like with this soulmate connection, his soulmate is gonna open up the boundaries that he set for people. It's like opening up a new horizon in his life, and this is great. Yeah, and finally we have this card. I think it's just a affirmation, a confirmation. Thank you, universe, for helping me to see beyond the limits of fear. What I say about boundaries, that's the boundaries that this soulmate connection is gonna take down. Expanding perceptions, see what is of the highest good. So yeah, we have this beautiful romance. We have this beautiful card here. Boundaries. Expect powerful change. Knight of chalices. Conclusions are within. I feel like this soulmate connection is gonna be quite strong, quite like really significant in Yoongi's life. It's gonna affect him a lot, but in a good way. And it's coming soon. It's being established soon. Whew, that's great. That's awesome. Maybe you would like, from the readings that I've done for the members, you'll be like, also all of them are in this significant connections. But I feel like at this time, all of us are in some kind of like significant changes, a significant time of changes, and it is the time that a lot of things would happen that would affect us, that would change us all the way. So it is aligned with astrology as well. The age of Aquarius is about to start, and it's all about changes. And so yes, I think that's all I have for Yoongi. Let's move on. Okay, so now we have the reading for J-Hope's soulmate. Let's have a look at the tarot cards first. When I drew out this card, like an extra card falls out, so I just put it in. So now we have 6 cards instead of 5. So we have 4 chalices, 4 wands, Judgment, the Hierophant, Wheel of Fortune, and 5 of Wands. So this is his soulmate. I feel like, to me, this person is so complex, so complicated with this Judgment and Hierophant. I feel like this person is someone who goes against the grains, someone who doesn't follow the crowds, someone who's very unique, someone who stands out, and maybe that's why they catches Hobi's eyes, because he's like, he lies things that is not mainstream, like he lies things that stand out. I think, like, I can't even express that. Definitely someone. somehow I can't like wrap my head around this. This person is so conflicted with this 5 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like these soulmate connections is a karmic connections. Like okay, because I said that we can have multiple soulmates in our life, and I feel with these readings, we're looking to the next soulmate that coming into the member's life. So this the one who like are coming, or like the earliest one, the closest one, and I really it's a karmic connection. So they enters Jacob's life to teach him a lesson. That's kind of when, like, I don't feel like it's gonna last for too long, or like it's not gonna last for the lifetime, but it's definitely it's a significant one. It's a significant relationship. It's a significant connections that that cannot be avoided with this Wheel of Fortune. We have the 4 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. To me, they're like conflicting energy, and this is already conflicted within itself. With the 5 of Wands, it's always about like mental, like the battle inside your head. The 4 of Wands is so much calmer and more stable, more established energy. So maybe this person is always like, they look calm on the outside, but inside they have a lot of thoughts, and they like constantly arguing with themselves whether to do this or that, or like what is wrong, what is right. They always ask themselves questions, a lot of questions. Definitely someone who's very wise, someone who likes to challenge the old things, someone who likes to like, they don't want to follow the social norms, so to say. Like someone who would, like a black sheep, like they, not in a bad way, but they would act as how they feel. And I feel like with this 4 of Chalices, they might be mistreated when they were younger. Yeah, so they might be mistreated when they were younger, like because of social judgment, or social norms, or like social expectations, or social standard, and they don't want to fall into that. They don't want to follow that. They want to like challenge those old like deep rooted opinions, or of people. They want to be different, and they are different. So it's hobby summit is someone who's quite complicated and conflicted within themselves. Let's see the articles for the oracles for more details. Turn on your heart light side. Find a deeper meaning in personal growth. Admit the discomfort. That goes really in with this, I think. Bring love into the situations. And the cards are repeating again. Where you're being called the journey to. Right, I feel like they probably haven't met yet. I feel like hobby's soulmate is still quite messy at the moment in their head. Like they still have to work on themselves before they can meet, like before they can open up for the soulmate connections. Like they have a lot of like they have to work on themselves. They have to resolve these 5 wands. They have to like let go of these 4 chalices. They have to like relax a little bit with this constant needs to challenge the norms of the Hierophant and the Judgment. And I feel like at the moment they don't, because they have a lot of things to resolve. Like they have a lot of things to work on their own self-development and their own head. So at the moment they don't look for love. Like they're not open for love. They don't consider love as an option. It's true. But with this new moon in Aquarius, they are being called to open up to receiving love, like to, I don't know, like I feel like at this moment Hobby's soulmate is in a stage where they say, oh, I don't want love, I don't need love, I don't have time for love, I don't have space in my life for love right now. So that's why it's like the energy is kind of like stuck and trapped, so they're not connected, and they are not like coming towards each other for the time being. But because as I said, it's a karmic connections and it cannot be avoided. They will soon find a way to each other, even though if it doesn't last for a lifetime, it's gonna teach them significant lessons, and it's gonna be a significant relationship for them. But at the moment, this person is kind of like closed up and messy. They need to work on themselves before they can work on a relationship. Yeah, I feel like they need to get over this situation. They probably just got out of a breakup, or they were mistreated when they were younger. They grow from that, but they're still holding on to it. Like they still haven't completely let go of the misfortune that they had to endure when they were younger, or quite a while ago, like in the past. They're still holding on to the past. So even though they appear to be calm, like this person would appear to be someone who's like really calm and also like calm and warm and they probably someone who's like, I don't know, but I feel like kind of someone who's kind of in the spotlight, not necessarily be a celebrity, but someone who's quite influential, and someone who a lot of people looks at them and like watch them. So they always have to put up an act, so to say, to conceal all this messy, like beautiful mess inside of them. So yeah. So Hobby's soulmate, I think they haven't met yet. This person still needs to work a lot on themselves, like to grow personally before they can get into the right alignment with the soulmate connections, before they can be brought to J-Hope, I guess. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this reading. Oh yeah, so if you watch my last reading on current relationship, I think I said currently J-Hope is at the early stage of dating someone, but I also said that connections doesn't feel like it's gonna last long, and I feel it's not this connection. So the one that he's currently dating is not his potential soulmate, and the soulmate is still yet to come. Yeah, just want to throw that in there.